Hi, this is the FilmMania channel, and this is the movie Trap. A serial maniac gets trapped by the FBI at a popular singer's concert. Surrounded on all sides, the criminal devises a cunning escape plan. The movie begins in a car where fireman Cooper is driving with his daughter Riley to a concert of her favorite singer, Lady Raven, who she is crazy about. As they walk to the concert hall from the parking lot, they see a tour bus where she gets off. As they walk up to see the star, Cooper sees that there are too many SWAT fighters guarding the event without giving it much thought. In the lobby of the concert hall, he films on his phone his daughter dancing with fellow female fans, which she does very well. However, Maniac is already nervous about the sheer number of police officers standing at all the entrances and exits. As he takes his seats, he realizes that there are so many cops at the concert. It's like every girl with an iPhone has been declared a major threat to the state. To the roar of the crowd of fans, Lady Raven's performance begins. While his daughter and the rest of the fans enjoy the spectacle, Cooper surveys the situation and becomes increasingly nervous. He then goes to the restroom, where he pulls out his phone. On it, the maniac checks the camera watching his victim named Spencer in some basement. Later, while washing his hands, he sees a hallucination in the form of his late mother, clearly influenced by his peculiarity. On his way out, Cooper runs into the mother of a classmate, Riley, who tells him that her daughter will be singing alongside the singer as the featured guest after her battle with cancer. At the same time, trucks full of SWAT teams arrive at the building, eager to take on the maniac, with Dr. Grant in charge of everything. Back in the hall, Cooper sees dozens of phone flashlights shining in the dark, taking his mind off the situation outside for a moment. His attention is caught as police officers take turns escorting some of the men out of the auditorium. During a break, he goes to buy a souvenir t-shirt for his daughter. When they get to the counter, it turns out that there is only one size left of that t-shirt, which another girl has already claimed. Cooper asks his daughter to relent, in a manner not unlike a maniac, which Jamie, the salesman, notices. Delighted by her father's kindness, he promises to bring him a t-shirt from the warehouse. At the same time, Cooper learns from his new acquaintance why there are so many police. The concert is staged. The feds want to catch a serial killer called the Butcher. The FBI know he's coming to the concert. There's even a description of the suspect, a middle-aged white male. Cooper, out for a walk with his daughter, is looking for a way to stealthily escape the feds' grasp. He purposely pushes a drunken girl down the stairs to distract the police, but this plan doesn't work. The break ends and the family returns to their seats. Lady Raven invites a secret guest. He appears on the platform leading from the cellar. Cooper offers his daughter to sneak down there, under the pretext of seeing what is behind the scenes, but the girl refuses. Not desperate to find a way out, he returns to Jaime for a shirt. Asking to go with him, the salesman takes him to the warehouse, where Cooper steals a key card from him. Using the stolen card, he sneaks into the coffee area where the SWAT team is briefing him. After fastening Jaime's badge, Cooper goes to the coffee machine, gives one of them sugar, and walks back out, grabbing a walkie-talkie on the way to listen to the cops. On his way out, he witnesses a frightened man running away from the cops, thinking it's a trap for him. Coming back to the concert, he listens to the FBI talks to understand their plan. From the conversation, he realizes that they are checking out anyone who fits the orientation. Realizing that time is short and the feds are about to get him, he leaves his daughter again and walks down the hall. He walks the hallway like a cornered mouse, listening to the conversations and spotting surveillance cameras. Cooper has a plan to set off the fire alarm, but he hears in time that Dr. Grant has assumed this and told him not to let the men out of the building in case of evacuation. His next plan is to go to a rooftop exit guarded by police officers. To create a distraction, he set the temperature in the French fry machine to maximum by throwing bottles of oil into it. When the mixture explodes from the pressure and burns one of the waitresses, he grabs his apron while the cops help the poor girl and, under the guise of a cook, goes to the roof. Bumping into a SWAT team there, the man deftly evades uncomfortable questions, being released after he says the code word he learned from Jamie. Walking back downstairs, he walks past the injured girl without the slightest sense of guilt. After meeting his daughter, who is not happy with his frequent departures, he agrees to return to the concert. Not giving up hope of escape, he approaches one of the concert organizers. Cooper lies to him as if Riley had recently beaten cancer and her dream was to get on stage with her favorite performer. Out of great pity for the little girl, Maniac and his daughter are led backstage, presented with badges of honor. The singer's assistant tells Riley where and when to go on stage, while her father looks around the back of the stage. When her daughter takes the stage to perform her favorite dance, Cooper watches her with joy. When the next girl is brought backstage, she faints from excitement. Cooper sees this as an opportunity and grabs her in his arms to carry her to the performer's room, where it will be easier to get out. There, the Maniac continues to watch the concert, thinking over all possible escape options. After the concert is over, as devoted fans, they stay backstage as the singer wants to personally thank Cooper and recognize Riley's excellent dancing abilities. Cooper hears over the radio that the men are not being allowed out of the concert, and all exits are blocked. He's backed into a corner. Then he decides to take a risky step. Calling the singer to talk privately, he confesses that he is the butcher. Cooper shows a video of a hostage, whom he threatens to kill with a keystroke if Lady Raven doesn't help him get out. The terrified singer decides to help the Maniac. She leads Cooper and her daughter past SWAT as VIP guests, then drives them out in her limousine while the rest of the audience is kept in the building, letting only women and children out. When the car has pulled away to a safe distance, Cooper suggests that his daughter get out and walk around town. But suddenly, Lady Raven asks Riley if he can go to visit them, which makes the Maniac nervous, as it will be harder to escape justice because the singer will know where he lives. However, as a loving father, he agrees not to ruin his daughter's best day. After instructing the driver, they drive to their home, where Cooper's wife Rachel and his son Logan are already waiting for them. The happy family invites Lady Raven into the house, and only the father hides his dislike for the guest. At dinner, she tells about how the concert was staged, and all to find a maniac, nicknamed the Butcher. The FBI knew he was going to her concert. Thanks to an anonymous call, they found his hideout where the inattentive criminal had left a receipt for the ticket purchase. Dr. Grant compiled a psychological profile of the suspect, a middle-aged white male. After hearing about how great and terrible he is, Cooper wants to see his guest off, but she stalls by offering to play a song on an old piano. While a happy Riley can't believe this isn't a dream, her father, as the man in charge of the family album, captures everything on camera. After the house concert, Lady Raven offers to take selfies, for which she snatches the phone from the maniac and quickly goes to the bathroom for a little need. After locking herself in the bathroom, the girl activates the video surveillance app where the victim is. Spencer quickly reveals that the kidnapper is holding him in a house with a blue door near a mutilated lion statue. Lady Raven promptly turns on a social media stream asking her followers to find that particular lion statue in the house with the blue door, then call the police. At the same time, she texts her driver to call the police. All this time, Cooper tried to politely persuade the singer to give up the phone. When the maniac manages to open the door, he takes away the phone, and checking it, realizes that Spencer has already been rescued. There is no one in the basement. He takes the singer with him as a hostage. When they get into the car, he tells her that he realizes what a monster he has become and wants to commit suicide sooner rather than later. As he lifts the gate to drive away, he sees his family outside, scared and not realizing what is happening. Releasing Lady Raven to calm the frightened children, he is left waiting for SWAT, who are already on their way to apprehend him. His family is taken away by the police, and the singer gets into a limousine, watching the storming of the house from there. Once inside, they realize that the maniac left the house through an underground tunnel prepared in advance for escape. The frame is transferred to Lady Raven's limousine, which is moving from the place. After driving away from the house, the limo stops. Turns out it's Cooper in disguise behind the wheel. He handcuffs the singer and then wants to leave. Stopping in traffic, the maniac sees that she breaks the handrail and gets out, into the crowd of fans. Soon, the SWAT team arrives. Surrounding the limo, he is offered to get out. Ignoring the offer, they open fire. However, after shooting, the captain realizes that there is no one inside. Having changed his clothes, Cooper merges with the crowd and leaves the place full of policemen. Rachel, having sent the children to their grandmother, returns home, where a police patrol is already on duty. However, it's no problem for Cooper, who has hidden his second life for so many years, to break into his own home to talk to his wife. The genius maniac wonders how he could have punctured a forgotten receipt for concert tickets. Rachel admits that she set the whole thing up. Lately, he has become very caring, gave gifts, but was often absent from home. When he confidently and easily lied to a neighbor in front of her, she realized that she did not know him at all. After drawing conclusions from the available evidence and following her husband, the woman realized that he was the butcher. Worried for her life and the lives of her children, she planted a check in the shelter and anonymously reported it to the police, which led to this concert trap. The maniac is already preparing to kill his wife with a bread knife, carefully removing her shirt so as not to splatter her with blood. But the would-be victim offers a last treat of cake. Over the conversation, it is clear that he is filled with a terrible rage that he will not be able to see his children grow up, serving his time in prison, blaming everything on his wife. What he doesn't realize, however, is that Rachel has slipped a drug from his bag into his dessert. He begins to feel wobbly and hallucinations follow. He sees his mother, who says she is proud of him because he has begun to feel real emotions instead of mimicking them. Cooper goes to see his mother but gets trapped by the FBI, who skillfully disarm him with a stun gun. As the perp is led outside, handcuffed, a man bends over to correct a fallen bicycle. At that moment, Riley and her brother are brought home. The girl runs to her loving father for one last hug, not fully realizing who he really is. Cooper is locked in a truck and taken to jail. During the ride, he pulls a bicycle spoke out of his sleeve, which he broke off while lifting his daughter's bicycle, and easily picks the lock of the handcuffs with it, smiling into the camera. This is where the movie ends. Thank you for watching.